Hello student, now we will discuss the parameter for clutter attenuation and MTI performance parameter. Now the clutter attenuation is nothing but it is a parameter where we need to eliminate or we need to discard that is present in the echo signal of the moving target. So let me take as an example of the heavy rain picture. So in this heavy rain picture, here I have to identify where is my moving target present in this heavy rain picture. So clutter, it is due to the clutter happens due to the because of obstacles, that is maybe birds, or that is maybe the buildings, or that is maybe a clouds. So whatever the obstacles present in the environment, due to that obstacles present, it is that clutter signal it is going to add with the echo signal of the moving target. So the main job of the clutter attenuation is we need to discard the clutter signal from the echo signal of the moving target. Here in the clutter attenuation, what are the parameter comes into the picture? As we know, in the MTI radar we have a two oscillator at the transmitter, coho and stallo. So due to the instabilities of the oscillator present at the MTI radar, maybe that may be the cause for the clutter present along with the echo signal, and due to the imperfections in the radar, or there may be a final signal duration. Final signal duration is nothing but that is a clutter signal present along with the echo signal. So as we see here, this is the first picture represents the ideal case for the clutter attenuation, and the second picture it represents the clutter attenuation in the practical. So as we know, the blue waveform it indicates the waveform of the blind spot. So if I identify for different period of the TP, that is we call this as a blind spot, but at the blind spot we are finding the delta function. This delta function we call this as a clutter notch. Okay, so in the ideal case the clutter signal it is present at the various period of the frequency, at the varied periods of the waveform. So this is the ideal case for the clutter. But if I come into the practical, the clutter spectrum we are going to represent at a spectrum here. Whatever the shaded area that is present, we call this as a clutter spectrum. So the job of the MTI radar is we have to discard this clutter spectrum from the echo signal. How can we remove or how can we discard? The waveform it is going to produce because of the single delay line canceller here. If I cascade one more single delay line canceller with if I cascade one more single delay line canceller, nothing but it will becomes double delay line canceller. So if I plot the waveform for double delay line canceller, that is what it is given as a dashed waveform here. If I compare the two waveform, this is the waveform for the single delay line canceller and this is the waveform for the double delay line canceller. Okay, here in the first delay line canceller, whatever the clutter whatever the clutter spectrum it is maximum in the single delay line canceller. Similarly, if I cascade one more delay line, what happens? The clutter spectrum it is going to reduce. So as we seen in this figure, we are going to discard the clutter spectrum by adding more number of delay line canceller at the MTI radar. So that is the job of the delay line canceller. And Now next we are going to how we are going to represent the clutter spectrum. The clutter spectrum can be represented as a Gaussian function that is given as W of f is equal to W naught exponential of minus f square divided by 2 sigma c square, or W naught exponential of minus f square lambda square divided by 8 sigma v square. W naught is peak value of the clutter per spectral density at f is equal to 0, and sigma c is equal to standard deviation of the clutter spectrum in hertz. Sigma v is standard deviation of the clutter spectrum in meter per second. And as we know, the clutter attenuation, it is produced at the single delay line canceller. It is given as clutter attenuation is equal to integration of 0 to infinity W of f df divided by integration of 0 to infinity W of f h of magnitude of f whole square into df, and h of f is equal to 2 sin pi f d tp. So this is the response for the single delay line canceller, and this sigma c is equal to 2 sigma v by lambda. This is the relationship between the Doppler frequency and the radial velocity in terms of standard deviation in hertz and standard deviation in meter per second. And in this in the equation, if I substitute W of f is equal to W naught exponential of minus f square by 2 sigma c square, if I substitute e raised to minus x 1 minus x, so what happens, 1 and 1 it will get cancelled, the whatever the component that is present, the 2 pi square tp square sigma c square. So 0.5 can be written as 1 by 2 into 2, that is 4 pi square tp square into sigma c square. That is finalized equation in terms of the standard deviation in hertz. And if I substitute sigma c is equal to 2 sigma v by lambda square, that it will give the exponential, that it will give the expression in terms of the standard deviation in meter per second. So this is the expression for the single delay line canceller. Similarly, if I want to find out the double delay line canceller, so the same expression, but h of f can be substituted as 4 sin square pi f d tp. If I substitute in this equation, and W of f is equal to W naught exponential of minus f square by 2 sigma c square, I will get the expression for clutter attenuation for double delay line canceller. And next is we will discuss the MTI improvement factor. So MTI improvement factor, it is nothing but this is also a parameter where it will measure the performance of the MTI radar. The MTI improvement factor, it is given as the ratio of signal to clutter at the output of the delay line canceller to the ratio of signal to clutter at the input of the delay line canceller to the average of Doppler frequency. And if I substitute signal as a S out and clutter out as a C out, similarly if I substitute signal as S in and clutter as a C in, and if I rearrange that equation, I can express in terms of clutter attenuation into average gain here. So as we know, the clutter gain for the single delay line canceller, it is given as 2 for the single delay line canceller, and for the double delay line canceller, the average gain it is given as 6. So here, as we know, the improvement factor is equal to clutter attenuation into average gain. So in order to find out the single delay line canceller for improvement factor, the clutter average gain can be substituted as 2 and clutter attenuation that is substituted as in this is the formula where we are going to substitute in the improvement factor. Improvement factor is called the product of clutter attenuation into average gain. So if I substitute clutter attenuation is equal to Fp square divided by 4 pi square sigma c square and average gain into 2, I will get the equation for the improvement factor for the single delay line canceller here, this one. And similarly, if I replace sigma c is equal to 2 sigma v by lambda, I will get the expression in terms of standard deviation meter per second. Similarly, if I want to find out the expression for double delay line canceller improvement factor, as we know, the average gain for the double delay line canceller, it is given as 6 and the clutter attenuation is given as Fp square divided by 48 pi square sigma c raised to 4. Substitute in the improvement factor. After simplification, I will get the improvement factor for the double delay line canceller as 1 by 8 pi raised to 4 into sigma c pi by Fp whole raised to 4. That is standard deviation in terms of hertz. And if I substitute sigma c is equal to 2 sigma v by lambda, that is I get expression in terms of standard deviation in meter per second. And in generalized formula, if I cascade n number of delay line canceller, that is given as 2 raised to n divided by n factorial into 1 by 2 pi into sigma c by Fp to the power of 2 raised to n. This is the formula for your n delay line canceller for the improvement factor. Thank you.